Today on the channel, I can feel the rage building inside of me. That's ring rage. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing some of our favorites. We're getting a little throwback. We're doing some Ring Rage Jakks figures, Ruthless Aggression style figures. A little unboxing and review. As you guys know, I'm working on a complete Ruthless Aggression line collection, loose collection that is, and I've got so many stockpiled in my closet. I'm periodically going through them and we're unboxing some of them. And today I thought we'd do 3 Ring Rage figures, trying to make these kind of make as much sense as we possibly can. But Ring Rage was the subline of the Ruthless Aggression era. I've never really understood why. You know, they would do Ruthless Aggression Series 1, Ruthless Aggression Series 2, 3, and so forth. But sometimes it would be Ruthless Aggression Ring Rage Series, 1.5, 2.5, 7.5. That's what they did with that. So it was a really weird subset within a set. Sometimes it would be straight up repaints. Sometimes you get totally new characters. It was just really all over the board with no rhyme or reason. Just a very strange thing. But, Jakks threw so many figures at us. Compared to Mattel and AEW, it feels like we get a lot of figures between the basics, the 2-packs and stuff. Jakks was throwing stuff out every single week, it seemed like. Between 2-packs, 3-packs, limited edition stuff, the regular lines, classic superstars. You name it, we had stuff coming at us all the time. And the Ring Rage was a set that I always enjoyed. I always liked some of this quirky stuff we'd get from it from time to time. But today, let's go through these 3. We'll start with the Edge figure and go from there. So let's take a look. Here's old Edge right there. Always liked this type of Ring Rage. Obviously, they had many different packages. The package uniformity was more of a classic superstars thing. Not so much the Ruthless Aggression or Ring Rage. But here's Edge. We've seen this Edge many a times. Very similar head scans we've seen with gray pants, black pants, white pants, you name it. They got the most out of their heads, that's for sure, with Jakks back then. Got the cool picture up top. Comes with a Topps card. We'll talk about that when we open it. We got the Ring Rage, the RR. That's pretty cool. And then the back, they promote all the other lines there. You can see on the back here, 12 and up. No 11-year-olds be touching this toy. Very dangerous. Let's see, on the back, we're promoting Classic Superstars Series 11. As you guys hopefully have been following along my Classic Superstars videos, been going through all of them. Diesel, Barry Windham, Moolah, Fabulous Moolah, Hulk Hogan, Rick Steiner, IRS, Ken Shamrock, and X-Pac. So a very large set right there. And then they're also promoting Ring Rage Series 22-5. This is the series we're looking at right here. Of course, you got Edge, you got Shawn Michaels, a very strong Lita figure. You got Big Show, you got Psychosis, you got The Undertaker and Rey Mysterio. So a lot of the usual suspects in Ring Rage 22.5, Edge and Undertaker being, and Rey Mysterio being some of the heavy hitters from that line. But besides that, it looks like Topps Insider card. I said we'll talk about that when we open it, but let's open it. Let's see what's going on here. See you later. See you later. Let's look at this plastic prison here. There's old Edge locked in. See you later. Let's see this card. So now, funny story with this card. You would think, hey, this is just a trading card they put in the set. And that's possibly kind of true. But little known fact was, Edge always said this was his favorite trading card. And he demanded that card be included in this set. And if for those of you that maybe know this story, you've probably heard it, and I apologize if you've heard it before. But Edge liked this card so much that when he had his own dressing room in later years, when he got to be a really big star, he actually had this blown up into a poster size and had this on his locker room, on the wall, in his private locker room when he was champion. It was one of his demands. It was on his rider. He had to have this card blown up and on the wall. It had to be done. Maybe that's wrong. Somebody can fact check that, but I think I'm right. So this is a Topps Heritage card. Edge reached the pinnacle of sports entertainment on New Year's Revolution 2006 after WWE Champion John Cena had defeated 5 challengers in a grueling Elimination Chamber match. The Rated R superstar chose that moment to exercise his Money in the Bank title shot. Edge pinned an exhausted Cena in under 2 minutes to become WWE Champion. So that's cool. There's no file card on the back, but we kind of got one with the famed Edge card, so that's kind of cool. Pop him out. See you later. Oh, I love it. Stiff joints. Every once in a while you get one that falls out loose. It's kind of a looking sideways Edge. Edge is one that Mattel, Jakks, they've all struggled with his head scan. Mattel's really struggled. Jakks had some problems and then seemed to get it figured out kind of towards the end. But not always the best as far as head scans on Edge. But this figure is pretty solid. Looking to the side a little bit, looks a little weird. Got the Rated R Superstar on the side of the tights, both sides. Like I said, a lot of reuse on this one. They did do a good job on the tattoo. I always hate these kind of duck feet on this boot mold. So Edge was the one that primarily had this one a lot. But very cool figure. As far as Edge goes, I love black. Black and red always look good. It got the Edge Screaming head scan. Is it the best Edge that Jakks Ruthless Aggression era had? No. Is it up there? It's alright. I like some of the more decorative pants with the crazy kind of camo purple and whites and white and reds. Those are kind of my favorites. But this is a very strong Edge as far as a Ring Rage Ruthless Aggression figure goes. So there's our boy Edge. Let's take a look at the next one. Alright, we're going deep in the line for the next one. Ring Rage Series 34? Series 34 Ring Rage. And Jamie Knoble. So Jamie Knoble, we had a few Jamie Knobles over the years, but this was his last Jakks figure. Very cool. He's in his actually ring gear, kind of his later end of his career. You know, he did wrestle in jorts for a while, jean shorts and stuff, but this is kind of when he went back to the normal tights at the end of his career. So cool this got in the figure line. This is towards the very end of Jakks, like I said. And really, we haven't had a Jamie Knoble figure since. We did have a 2-pack Adrenaline when he was a security member, but no traditional ring gear Jamie Knoble in the Mattel Elite line. Just have to do with Jakks for now until that day comes. So they're showing 34.5. So it says 34 on my box, but on the back here it says 34.5, which makes sense. As we all know, the Ring Rages have the sub number to them. Cody Rhodes, Batista, Jamie Knoble, of course, Great Khali, Ric Flair, and The Miz. You can see them at the top there. I always love that Great Khali figure. You guys know I love the big figures. And then we're promoting Classic Superstars Series 19. That's a big lineup. Adam Bomb, one of the big heavy hitters of 19. Howard Finkel, Doink the Clown, Mankind, Cactus Jack, actually. The Rock, Kevin Sullivan, a sleeper figure. Tatanka, Mankind, the LJN, Eddie Guerrero, and then Nikita Koloff, one of my most wanted elites. So yeah, that's what they're promoting on the back. They always did a great job, Jakks, promoting the other lines. I think that's something that's missing in a lot of toy lines to this day. Let's open up Jamie. Let's see what's going on in here. Well, first I'll let you show the front. I don't know if I showed that real good. He does come with a ladder, and it's a funny story with that ladder. Jamie Knoble brought the ladder match kind of back to fame a little bit. You know, obviously there was Shawn vs. Razor at WrestleMania. That was a big ladder match. There was a little bit of a lull after that. Nobody wanted to take chances, but we know Jamie Knoble at the end of WCW was part of a few ladder matches and was part of some really cool ladder matches. Probably some of the most memorable moments of the very end of WCW. So it was really cool. So Jamie Knoble bringing the ladder over here, bringing it over to the WWE and pushing for that in some of his backstage roles. He always loved to tell the old whippersnappers, all the young guys, hey, you know what I did with the ladder back in my day? And he's really not that old, but he would say, back in my day, you know, I jumped off that thing, I did this, that, and the other. Weren't you guys doing it? So he's always been a proponent for the ladder match. So there you go, a little inside story. I might be wrong. Somebody can fact check that one as well, but I think I'm right. See you later, Jamie Knoble. Got a ladder there. Not the best Jakks ladder, but much better than the Bone Cruncher yellow ladder. That's like a painter's ladder. I think they used this one before. I'm sure they used it many a times. It's not as nice as some of the more rubberized ones I guess they had. This is more of a traditional plastic ladder, but cool to have nonetheless. Always, you know, as you're a kid, you can never turn down. You'll take as many chairs and ladders as you can get. That's for sure. See you later. No plastic prison shot, I guess. I just made that game day decision there. We're just going to do a regular look, and I like this figure a lot. As far as regular gear, Jamie Knoble, they were few and far between in this type of gear. This is really the only one, actually. He's got the 100% there. You got the double tough on the back of his tights. Looks just like Jamie Knoble. A strong, strong figure. If you're a Jamie Knoble fan, you got to have this figure. I know his probably most famous time frame was with Nydia and that kind of stuff, but I really do like this figure, and this is one that a lot of people probably don't even know exists. A real sleeper late in the line, late in the game. Fairly hard to find. It took me a while to track this one down, but I'm sure if you search long enough, you put those reminders up, you'll eventually come across it if you're really looking hard for it. But a cool figure, a must-have. I'm not sure we'll ever get a Mattel, so I would look at putting this with maybe possibly my Elites back here. because we're not going to get a Mattel. But there you go. There's Jamie Knoble Ring Rage 34.5. We got one left. It's Triple H. Let's talk about it. All right, let's finish up this Ring Rage Jakks unboxing with Triple H from Ring Rage 24.5. The numbers continue. This is a bit of a beat-up package. One thing that's great is I'm looking for a loose set of all these Ruthless Aggression style figures. You can find a lot of these in package for the same price as loose with a damaged packaging. And that's fine. I'm opening it up anyways. Got some yellow carding here, some beat-up sides. But it's perfect. For somebody that's opening up, you're guaranteed a mint inside figure, as you just never know when you buy these guys loose. Sometimes the joints are loose, or you're just not getting everything you want. People have handled them, stuff like that. I really much prefer, unless I have no choice, to pick these up in a damaged packaging like this. And I think I got this for like $9, where basically the same price as loose. So that's just a pro tip out there. If you're looking for some of these, you can find some deals still on card out there. But here's Triple H. Just a street gear Triple H, I guess we call it. He's got blue jeans on. He's got his DX shirt. He's got his microphone. You know, Triple H always has microphone close. So I think he's got one in his pocket at all times, just in case he's got to say something. Always like this mean mugging Triple H face. They use this many a different times over the years. They got a lot of use out of this with different outfits and stuff. Jakks being smart, you know, spending less money but making new figures. Go figure. It's quite the thing to do. But there it is. You got the like cool purple highlights and the glamour shot of him up top there. I think that is really cool. I like that gray background. We're promoting Ring Rage Series 24.5 on the back, the series he's in, which is a really great Tommy Dreamer figure. You got The Undertaker, Batista, another really great Paul Heyman figure, and then John Cena. Also promoting Classic Superstar Series 12 back here with the famed Ultimate Warrior. There's two versions of this Ultimate Warrior, one where he's backwards in the package and one forward. You got Dean Malenko, Jimmy Valiant, Killer Kowalski, Brooklyn Brawler, Hulk Hogan, the Nasty Boys, Arn Anderson, Captain Lou Albano. You know, that's one thing about Jakks. They made some huge sets. Now we're getting 6, 7 figures in a set if we're lucky. I mean, we saw 12 figures in a set sometimes from Jakks. So Jakks was pumping things out left and right. Just a different day and age. They found out a formula that worked for them, and they went back to the well repeatedly. There's some things I miss about those days. There was always a figure to be on the chase for. Nowadays, you know, there's not always a figure to be on the chase for. And there's something, I guess, nice for our wallets about that. We can take a little bit of a breather. Especially back in this time, and especially right now, there's not a lot of people chasing down a full Ruthless Aggression series set. I don't know. I could be the only one in the whole world. We might have to call the Guinness Book of World Records people and say, hey, is there anybody with a complete Ruthless Aggression set out there? As I'm knocking on that door, I think I got maybe 10 figures left to do. Hopefully I'll get those here in the next few months, and we'll call that done, and away we go. But very cool. Let's open up Triple H, see what's going on in here. There it is. See you later. See you later. Backwards. Just making a mess. Look at this yellow card in the plastic prison. Just absolutely gross. This thing probably sat in the sunlight. And another pro tip for you guys. You guys know I have my basement as my collection, and there's a reason behind that madness, usually because, hey, my wife said, do whatever you want with your basement, go for it. So that's part of it. But I don't recommend putting your figures, and some of you guys have no choice, obviously, I understand that too, but you don't want your figures next to sunlight, in a room where the sun shines on them. Put up some blinds, put up some curtains, something, because this is what you're going to get. It takes its slow progression, and you don't really notice it, but your figures will be damaged by sun. Natural sunlight is one of the worst things for action figures. It fades the plastic, stuff like that. It goes back, I first remember noticing that as a kid, looking at Star Wars figures at, you know, used toy shows and stuff when I was 8, 9 years old. Star Wars toys from the late 70s, early 80s. You always saw those stormtroopers with sun damage. And it happens. It's a real thing. So if you really value your collection and you really want to invest in it and keep it, do everything you can to keep your figures away from natural sunlight. Pro tip of the day by yours truly. Get him out. See you later. Oh yeah, tight joints. Absolutely love it. He's got that plasticky smell. It's so funny as I have all my Jakks in one room, kind of together and stuff. I mean, there's well over 1,000 of them all open, loose together. But the smell of that plastic, you guys know that smell probably if you've handled Jakks figures over the years. It is just wafting through the room. It's crazy. It almost gives you a little bit of a headache, but you can smell it when you come in. Eventually that'll dissipate, I think, because a lot of these have been opened recently. So that's probably making the smell a little stronger, but I would have to think either I'll just totally get used to it where I don't notice it anymore, or it'll start to fade. But I thought that was kind of funny the other day. I really noticed it the other day. But a very strong Triple H. If you needed a Street Gear Triple H, especially a DX Street Gear Triple H, this is the figure for you. Has blue jeans on, I believe Bugle Boy it says back here. So he's got the Bugle Boy, you know, really repping an 80s brand that mostly kids use. But Triple H was rocking these in the mid-2000s. He loved his Bugle Boys. No paint issues. Very rarely do I ever get a Jakks with paint issues compared to modern day Mattel, where it seems to be so much struggle. This is funny. It's funny how back 15 years ago they didn't struggle with some of these issues, but they struggle now. Go figure. No pun intended. But there it is. There's the Triple H. Not a lot to say about this one, but I do like this one a whole lot. A bit of a sleeper figure, and if you get this for $9-10, why wouldn't you? It's a good figure. So there you have it. A little Ring Rage unboxing from Jakks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Let's talk Jakks. Whatever you guys want to talk about. Anything about these figures or anything else? I'm pretty responsive to any of your messages. So if you got any Jakks questions or you want to talk Jakks, let me know. And then subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Putting out new videos every single day. Follow me on social media, at SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. All kinds of news and stuff on there too, and you'll never miss a thing with the channel. So for Jamie Knoble, Edge, Triple H, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.